This is the Dreame L50 Ultra Robot Vacuum and Mop. I went into this video curious and a little skeptical. On paper, it promises big numbers and fancy mechanics. A 6th generation high-speed motor rated up to 19,500 Pa. A HyperStream Detangling DuoBrush with 2 counter-rotating rollers to fight hair wraps, and a docking station that hot washes and dries the mop pads while auto-emptying the dustbin. Those are bold claims. In my opinion, what matters is whether it actually reduces daily chores without constant babysitting, and whether the software is smart enough to match the hardware. Key features that stand out to me start with the cleaning system. The dual roller brushes spin against each other, which is a simple idea that matters a lot if you have pets or long hair in the house. Instead of feeding strands into a single brush where they knot up, the rollers push and pull debris in a way that resists tangling and keeps suction high. Pair that with the 19,500 Pa motor, and you get aggressive pickup on carpets and strong pull from floor gaps. If Pa sounds abstract, think of it as a pressure rating for how hard the vacuum can pull air. Higher usually means better pickup, but the brush design and sealing matter just as much. From my experience with other flagship robot vacuums, when dual rollers are tuned well, they outperform single brushes on deep carpet cleaning and hair, and that's the story here. Mopping is handled by dual spinning pads that scrub rather than just dragging a damp cloth. There's a trick called mop extend, also referred to as robo-swing, where one pad mechanically shifts outward to wipe the edge of baseboards and reach into corners a fixed pad can't reach. It can even twist to push into tight recesses under cabinet lips. On sealed hard floors, rotary pads plus steady pressure are what lift grime instead of smearing it around. And when the robot is done, the dock uses hot water around 75 degrees Celsius to wash the pads, then dries them with warm air so they don't smell musty. That dock also empties the robot's dust into a bag rated for up to around 100 days. Refills the robot's small water tank from a larger clean tank, and even meters proprietary cleaning solution when you enable it. Navigation is a mix of LiDAR on top for fast mapping and front sensors for object detection, 3D structured light, an RGB camera, and a small LED to help in darker areas. LiDAR is basically a spinning laser that measures room shapes quickly and accurately. Structured light projects a pattern and watches how it bends to estimate object depth. In plain terms, the robot knows where walls are and also recognizes common floor hazards like cables, socks, shoes, and pet toys. The company rates it for over 180 obstacle types. There's also a helpful twist with carpets. Ultrasonic carpet detection lets the robot raise the mops about 10.5 millimeters when crossing low-pile rugs, or you can remove the mop pads entirely and run vacuum only if you've got thick or delicate carpet. One feature I didn't expect to like as much as I do is the ProLeap system. The robot can lift itself on little retractable legs to step over thresholds and sliding door tracks up to about 6 centimeters, 2.36 inches, with the climbing mat, and single vertical steps up to roughly 4.2 centimeters. If your home has chunky transitions that stop most robots, this is a big deal. It also means fewer no-go zones just to keep the robot from beaching itself on a lip. The app side is a mixed bag. You get room maps, zone cleaning, no-go lines, multi-floor support, and customized carpet behavior. You can choose avoid carpet, lift mops, remove mops, clean carpets twice, or suction boost when it senses carpet. Those are practical options if you care about keeping rugs dry, or you want a deeper pass where crumbs are common. In my opinion, the everything just works part comes down to software judgment, and this is where reports are split. Independent tests and user feedback praise the obstacle recognition and pathing most of the time. But there are also stories about the robot getting into sensor loops around chair legs or shiny floors, and multi-floor mapping that loses track when you carry the robot to another level. From my experience reviewing similar high-end robots, that inconsistency usually shows up with mixed surfaces and lots of narrow gaps. Rounded chair bases, reflective tiles, and dark carpets can confuse front sensors on many brands, not just this one. The quick fix is simple. Block certain areas with a virtual barrier. Widen gaps by pulling chairs out slightly before a run, or raise the sensitivity for obstacle avoidance in the app. That kind of tuning isn't glamorous, but it saves time compared to rescuing the robot. Let's talk results people actually care about: hair, sand and carpet, daily crumbs, and dried kitchen spots. Tests I trust show standout performance on pet hair pickup and very low tangling on the DuoBrush, which lines up with how dual rollers typically behave. Deep cleaning scores on medium pile carpet are also excellent, pulling more embedded grit than most rivals. Hard floors look tidy in a single pass, and the extendable side brush part of the dual flex arm setup. Helps pull debris from edges instead of flinging it away. For mopping, rotary pads plus the dock's hot wash make routine maintenance feel hands-off. If you often battle dry tea, coffee, or sauce, you'll want to bump the water level up in the app. On the lowest water setting, several testers noted it underperforms on baked-on spots. A simple routine works best. Vacuum first to lift grit, then mop with more water and a slow pass. Battery life is advertised up to around 180 minutes, and the pack is big at 6,400 milliamp hours. Even so, some measurements show it covering a bit less area per charge than competitors. Fast charge and recharge and resume mitigate that. And for most homes, it'll still finish in one go, but it's worth knowing if you have a sprawling floor plan. A few housekeeping notes. The dock is powerful, and powerful docks make noise when they empty dust and blow warm air to dry pads. Expect a short loud burst during auto empty and a noticeable hum during drying. The cleaning solution is proprietary, which adds cost and a little ecosystem lock-in. The base station is large, roughly 18 by 13 by 23 inches give or take, and around 9 kilograms. Measure your space before you commit. The robot itself sits under 4.5 inches in height depending on the sensor turret, so it clears most furniture but not all. If you have super low sofas, check the clearance. In my opinion, the L50 Ultra's identity is hardware first. The DuoBrush fights hair, the mop extend reaches edges, the ProLeap legs climb thresholds, and the dock removes the gross parts of maintenance by washing with hot water and drying. That combination attacks practical pain points other robots leave to you. The brain side is good, but not flawless. Smart modes like Clean Genius can run too gently. Manual settings with max suction and higher mop water often deliver better results. Multi-floor mapping is workable, yet some users report it can be finicky when the robot is moved between levels. None of that erases the strong cleaning performance, but it explains why some people are ecstatic with it and others get frustrated. It's perfect for homes with pets and a mix of hard floors and rugs. Especially if you've got door tracks or tall thresholds that stop typical robots. If you value real automation, the dock's hot wash and drying make a noticeable difference in daily life. If your home is complex, multi-story, and packed with chair legs, cables, and glossy tile, plan on spending an extra session dialing in no-go zones and settings. From my experience looking at how these robots perform over time, the biggest quality of life win is the pairing of dual roller brushes with true pad washing and drying. That keeps pickup strong and the mop pads fresh without weekly sink scrubs. The biggest watch out is the software logic around multi-floor and certain edge cases in obstacle avoidance, which may need a bit of user guidance. I'd recommend this for pet owners, families who want fewer manual chores, and anyone who has been burned by hair tangles or lazy docks that only rinse with cold water. If you need bulletproof multi-floor autonomy or you hate tweaking settings, weigh that feedback carefully and consider a simpler floor plan or some initial setup time. In conclusion, the Dreame L50 Ultra leans on serious mechanical engineering and a feature-rich dock to deliver strong day-to-day cleaning with minimal upkeep. The suction and DuoBrush tackle carpets and hair like a champ. Mop Extend and the extendable side brush clean edges better than average. And the hot wash, hot dry dock is the kind of convenience that sticks. The software is capable, but not perfect, and the best results come when you turn off overly gentle modes and set your own combination of suction, pad pressure, and water. If that trade-off matches what you want, this is the kind of robot that can actually keep floors clean without turning you into its full-time manager. You can find detailed information about the Dreame L50 Ultra robot vacuum and mop in the comments section. See you in the next video.